So my first question, Peter, would be, tell me about your time with Donald Trump, because everybody wants to know, since you're an old friend, you've known him since he was a teenager. Tell me about Donald Trump then.
Well, Donald and I have known each other since we were 15. Got to know each other really well in our senior year because he was my captain of Company A, and he made me his platoon sergeant of the 1st Platoon. And I basically ran his company for him. So I joke with people, I tell them I ran his first company for him, Company A.
Company A.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on secularism creeping its way into the church and its impact on society?
That's an awesome question, and what's really great about this, Marty, is that that's what we do at WIN, is that we educate and equip women and men with knowledge of God's truth about our faith, our family, and our freedoms, and then we help support those who take a stand for the Judeo-Christian principles upon which our country was founded. So that question is really kind of up my alley. I've helped out Family Research Council and a lot of other groups with just talking to pastors and finding the pastors that are the true watchmen and the pastors that are preaching the whole counsel of God.
I'm joined by Alan Bergstein, the president of the Judeo-Christian Republican Club of Palm Beach County, and well-known attorney Peter Tickton.
Right now, I think if you were to go out there and do a survey, you'd have 10 out of 10 people tell you that to hate people is wrong. But if we didn't hate the Japanese and if we didn't hate the Germans, we wouldn't have been able to shoot them.
Well, the bombing of Bremen, we incinerated 10,000 people in one night. The bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we accepted it because we were there to win the war.
I think it was the previous king of Saudi Arabia who was asked what kind of car he drives. And he said that he drives a Mercedes-Benz, that his son will drive a Bentley, and that his grandson would ride a Camel.
No Tesla.
No Tesla.
No Tesla.
His son would ride a Camel, and when asked about that, he explained, he said that hard times make strong men. Strong men make easy times.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Project Freedom United. I'm Marty Zients, and I'm joined today by Neil Squitieri. First of all, what are your major concerns with the green energy field at this point in time?
I'll be very transparent. I'm a conservative and I'm a Republican. But what I'm attempting to present today is a very neutral look at what we're doing in green energy. You know that we worry about DEI in schools and we worry about CRT in schools. We spend a lot of time looking at what they teach our children. Well, they also teach our children that the use of carbon fuels is bad. Well, let's be honest. We are where we are today as a civilization because of the Industrial Revolution, and carbon fuels played a big part in that Industrial Revolution.
Welcome, this is Project Freedom United. My name is Bob Schertz. I'm here with our special guest, Hal Davis, today. Hal, you joined the service when?
1967.
Wow, the Vietnam War was starting to really pick up around that. Can you tell us a little about your personal story?
My father was World War II, Korea and Vietnam. I got a report that my dad might be missing, so I decided I would join the Army. So I went down to the recruiter and took tests for what I was qualified for, and I got my results back. And I went home to tell my mom I was going. She told me no. I said I already have. I dropped out and signed up. And she said, your dad's not going to be happy. I said, well, we'll see.
Joining me today is Alan Bergstein, who is the president of the Judeo-Christian Republican Club of Palm Beach. Alan is also known as a lecturer, columnist, and editorial writer for the New York Jewish Voice, a retired New York City school principal, Korean War veteran, and father of 4. Alan, welcome to the show today.
Thanks for having me, Marty. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate it.
With so much evidence coming to light about the left's disdain for Israel, why do you think the American Jewish population, by and large, still shows unfailing support for the Democratic Party?
Jewish political intelligence is an oxymoron. It's a total oxymoron when you talk about Jewish political intelligence. They're still enmeshed in the Democrat Party, which started evidently with Roosevelt in 1933. And I feel that basically 70% or more of the Jewish people have abdicated the Jewish religion in terms of the religion of progressiveness in the Democrat Party. And that's problematical. They're no longer concerned about Israel. You look at the Pew polls, PEW polls, they show that among the Democrat Jews, only about 30% of them are concerned with Israel. And the survival of Israel is the survival of Jewry worldwide.